Feel great. A little bit disappointed with myself and my performance, but a win's a win, and I'll take it.
What are you disappointed about?
Not getting him out of there in the second round. I think I needed about 3 to 5 more seconds, and Herb would have called that. And I had him hurt so many times, and for me not to finish him is just kind of disappointing. But it's something I got to work on, so I'm gonna keep improving my game, and I'll be back.
Were you surprised how tough he was?
Nah, I figured he'd be tough like that. Like I mentioned, he's a down south boy. Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida, Texas, all them boys are tough, man. We come to scrap every time.
What was the game plan coming into the fight?
Game plan was to take the center of the octagon and go out there and finish him. Unfortunately, kind of shied away from that at times, and I still got the win, still got the victory. But like I said, I just kind of, especially that third round, faded away from the game plan. And I think if I would have started a little bit stronger, I think I would have definitely got him out of there.
When they said split decision, did your gut start going up?
When they said the final judge, Tony Weeks, and of course, as we know, that's a boxing judge. So I was like, am I really about to get fucked by a boxing judge? Pause. Thank God it went my way. Shout out Tony Weeks. But he definitely seen the fight the proper way, and with the knockdowns I had and how many times I had him hurt, I don't think he had me hurt that one single time that fight. So he definitely seen it the right way, and I don't know who the other two judges were, but shout out Tony Weeks.
You seemed to slow down in that third round a little bit. Were you tired? Were you gassed, or whether you just kind of take your foot off the gas a little bit?
Took my foot off the gas. I rode my bike in a sense. I felt like I won the first 2 rounds, you know what I mean? So like third round, I could just coast by. And when James ripped my ass that second round going into the third, I was like, man, I really got to turn it up, especially with that wrestling series up against the fence. I can wrestle, baby. Y'all seen it. That's a slight glimpse of it, man. Shout out James, the whole Glory Camp. Worked that series at least once, twice a week, possibly even more. Reap the leg, boom, ride him. And it worked. So I kind of wore him down that way, rode him a little bit, and yeah, helped me get to pass that third round.
How does it feel to be back in the win column?
Feels great. Feels amazing. Ready to see whoever's next, whenever's next. I'm ready to go, man.
Yeah, that's my final question, man. When would you like to return? Are there anybody that you would like to fight?
No, like I said, anyone, anywhere, anytime. I just mentioned it right now, but I've had a new whole mindset change going into this fight game, especially moving out on my own in Missouri with the whole Glory Camp. And there's no breaks in this. There's no holidays. There's no birthdays. Of course, you can enjoy the time, but this is my career, and as much of a grueling sport as it is, we got to get out eventually one day, you know. And I want to leave this fight game on my own terms and not having to fight for a paycheck. And I want to set up my family, my family's family, my kids' kids. So it's going to require sacrifices and me fighting whenever it's needed. So once this little baby cut heals up, I'll be back. And if it's next month, end of the year, I'm ready to go.
Even though you're a little disappointed, are you going to celebrate the win?
Maybe. I don't know. I really am disappointed, man. And it's okay. But like my coach says all the time, take the weekend to laugh, cry, smile, be sad about it, but Monday it's a reset. So Monday I'm back, my man.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You're the man.
So is the main thing that you focus on, is it just that taking the foot off the gas, not allowing yourself, is that what you were most upset about? Just the fact that you allowed yourself to take the foot off the gas?
That and having a little bit too much swag, too much fun. If you've seen in there, I was talking to him the whole time, calling every shot he was throwing. And before we walked out, my coach was like, find your swag, get your swag together. I think I got a little bit too much swag. I'll save that for my closet. But yeah, I just, taking my foot off the gas, having him hurt and not finishing, and just having that a little bit too much swag. Definitely some things I'm going to reflect on and regret, but it'll be fixed within this next fight or these next few fights.
Even with the swag thing, that's probably what helps you get loose out there as well. So you probably have to try to find a fine balance where you could have a little bit of swag so you loosen up, but you don't want to also change what gets you loose.
Right, 1,000%. And when I can blend the swag and, you know, and turn that switch off and turn it to, hey, I'm gonna finish this guy, everybody in the bantamweight division is gonna be put on notice and done for, man. Because when I do turn on that switch, just like in the second round, I can drop guys, bro. That spin back fist, I landed it yet again. And had I had 3 to 5 more seconds, the fight would have been over with. So it's just some mental things I gotta work on. But hey, we're not all perfect in this fight game. So I'm glad I get to evolve and change and work on that.
And I'm sure you got to give credit as well to your opponent's toughness as well. But was there anything about him that surprised you out there?
Not really. He's all I expected. I knew I could get him out of there in the first round. I knew I could get him out of there in any rounds. But if it were to go all 15, I knew he was going to keep marching down forward and make it that scrappy dogfight. So I was prepared for that. And that's one thing my coach and I, when we broke down this fight and took this opponent, noticed that he had durability. And, you know, as much as I hurt him in that second round, if you notice, he still came out third round like he really hadn't been hurt at the end of that second round. So in the back of my mind, I was like, this guy's durable, this guy's game. So I was ready for it.
Awesome. And last for me, you mentioned, you know, someday when you walk away from the sport, what does life after MMA look like for you if you could have your way? What would you want to do as an occupation afterwards?
That's a good question. I can see a lot of things, man. I'm an athlete. I played baseball before this. I love playing football with my boys, basketball. So if I want to go be in MLB, NFL, you never know, man. I feel like I could always succeed at the next level. But probably fall into coaching or teaching. Prior to this and to COVID, I was a sensei for my martial arts, my dojo, and my Bushiban family. Shout out to all of them. And teaching the kids, the 4 and 5-year-olds specifically, and watching them grow to 7, 8 years old, and the maturity and, you know, their skill set just rise was something awesome to see. And I didn't quite soak it all in for the 4 or 5 years that we had it open. So for me to kind of want to go back to that, maybe, you know, 10 plus years after I'm done with the sport would truly be something awesome. And I think that's a family goal of ours as well. And just coaching, man, I love being in the sport. I can't see myself away from this game. You know, I still got some students back at home who are training. I got one of my boys fighting up this weekend. He's an amateur, Nathan Regino. So I'm happy to go back to Houston, coach him, see him. So definitely something to do with martial arts and just being around the sport for sure. I love seeing people evolve and grow, especially the kids, man. It's awesome.
That's awesome. I think it'd be great to see you teach. And if you ever want to do the MLB, you could always tell these teams, you know, you'll be the first out of the dugout should there be a bench.
Exactly. Hockey, put me in hockey, bro. I think they have like a fighter out there. They throw him out there on the skates. Go scrap, bro. Go get their best player out the game, right?
Skate?
Right. No, I can't skate. No.
Well, they'll just push you forward.
Exactly. But, bro, like Bo Jackson did, all these guys are multiple. They're freak athletes, but you get the point, man. We'll make it one day somehow. You never know.
That's awesome. Congrats on the big.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.